Hello and welcome to Help Live Show. My name is Nico and I'm going to be the Spanish host. Here with me we have
I am Smilde and I am host from Lithuania.
My name is Helgi and I'm the host from Iceland.
And my name is Fabian and I'm the host from Norway.
Health stands for health, ecology and less pollution. The project is a cooperation between Norway, Iceland, Lithuania and Spain. We're currently in Gausdal in Norway and the theme is ecology. In this week we have been to 5 different activities and now we are going to discuss our experiences. So to start off we are going to look at a video that we have about the Lillehammer Art Museum. So let's go.
This is Lillehammer Art Museum. The museum's permanent collection have Norwegian visual art from the 19th century until today. It is considered one of the country's most important art museums with particularly important and representative works from the years 1820 to 1930. Some of the famous artists represented in the museum are Jacob Weidemann and Johann Christian Dahl.
Right now, we are looking at the paintings from National Romanticism period, which focuses on Norwegian culture and nature. This period lasted from 1840 till 1865 in Norway. Okay, so right now I'm going to ask a few members of the group about impressions of this museum. So, what do you think of the museum?
I think it's a very nice museum. It has a lot of lights, as you can see, and the paintings are very different. So that's what I like the most. And yeah.
And and which painting is your favorite one?
So far, I really like Tormir. Tormir, yeah, because it's a very flashy painting. It has a lot of lights and the colors are very bright. And also, it's a very nice landscape. So I like that a lot.
Thank you. So, what do you think of the museum?
Of the museum. Well, the museum is pretty awesome. I think that I didn't expect that many amazing paintings, like too realistic and I don't know.
And which painting is your favorite one?
This one, no doubt. This one is pretty awesome. I like the fjord landscape. It's like too realistic, and the houses and the lake. It's like it inspires me like calm and relaxed. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now let's give a warm welcome to our first guest of the evening, Justina and Aaron. So, Justina, you start off. Tell me, how did you like the museum?
I really like it because I travel a lot and I visit museums quite often. But what I like about this one, this museum is very modern and not very big, which makes it really cozy.
What about you, Aaron?
I liked the paintings, and the museum was great and fun.
So, did you see any similarities with Norwegian art and Lithuanian art?
There are some similarities because we have a lot of paintings of landscape, but the differences are that the landscape in Lithuania is completely different. So, yeah.
Yeah, back home we have a lot of paintings about landscape, and yeah, that's the similarity I found.
Yeah, and because of the Norwegian paintings of landscapes, I want to ask you, how do you like the landscape around here?
I love it because I'm from Lithuania and we don't have mountains and stuff like that, so it's quite unusual and exotic for us.
What's your Aaron?
I think it's beautiful, similar to home, but you guys have a lot more trees, so yeah.
So that's all for the questions, and the next part is about the photo quiz we had on Tuesday.
So yeah, on Tuesday we went for a walk in Lillehammer city and we took some pictures of some of the hot spots. We visited many historical objects, architecture objects, and also visited Main Street. And I think we all enjoyed the views of Lillehammer. So let's take a look at some of the pictures. So also on Tuesday after the art museum, we were also at Meyergen. And it is a museum with several old buildings and some are as old as from 1400s. So they are really old. And right now, let's welcome our next guests.
Yeah, welcome Antonio.
All right.
And also welcome Paulus.
Hello.
We're going to talk a bit about our experience at Meyergen. So what do you think of Meyergen?
Well, it was quite interesting because in where I live in Tenerife, and we don't have that thing that we kept our houses in a museum, because I thought that here in Mauheim it were like recreations of the houses, but they were actually the houses, so that was really cool. And I also love the teacher that showed us, because he was so funny and he knows very much, and we learned very much, so it was cool.
Yeah, I learned a lot as well. And you, Paulus?
Well, we had a unique, extraordinary opportunity to visit such a museum. I've never been to anything like that before, so it was really interesting. We could see how people lived, how Norwegians lived in the past, and what houses they built in different times throughout the history of Norway. So that was really interesting.
Yeah, and some of the buildings you looked at were from the 1700s, and the lifestyle from that time were quite different from how we live now. And how was it to hear about how people lived in Norway at that time? And were there anything that surprised you about Norway then and how Norway is now?
Oh, it was so interesting because with ourselves today, we just live of course, for a living, and we work for a living, but also to have fun. But they just work for survive and to protect their families and to still growing up and having more like farms and became great farmers. So it was cool. It was interesting to see how they lived and to learn about that.
Yeah. And something that surprised you, maybe, Paulus?
Well, it was really interesting to know that hard life that was in the past as well for me. The thing that I found interesting was that there were so many people living in one family, and every one of them had his or her own role, and they worked hard to just produce food and to live their lives. That was interesting.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here. And now we will show a little video about our experience at the Meyergen Museum.
If you had a son to inherit the farm, and the girls, they would marry the neighbor boys. This is your apprentice. You have to learn teach her everything, and you're the maids.
So on last Wednesday, we visited the farm called Barnesgard. It directly translates to the children's farm, and we got to feed and pet all sorts of exotic animals. Check out the video.
Here we have with us some new guests. Welcome, Inga. Welcome, Karen. I have a few questions. What was your favorite animal, Inga?
My favorite animal was probably the deers.
Deers.
Yeah.
Oh, what about you, Karen?
I really liked the llamas, but they didn't seem to like me that much. I was petting one of them when his buddy came up and spit in my face, including my eye. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, Karen. Have you seen all the animals before?
Yeah, I've seen them when I was younger in a zoo, but I've never gotten so close to them. And yeah.
What about you, Karen?
Yeah, the same. And we got to feed them as well, so that was really cool.
Okay, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Nico. Now it's on to the Wednesday when we went dog sledding. Actually, so now we're going to have a look at what they did later. No, the same day. I mean, that day.
So right now I'm talking with Borja and Elias, and I wanted to ask you, so what do you think of dog sledding, and did you enjoy this activity?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really mm, got into it because I was feeling so sorry for the dogs. I was like, I'm not saying they're being like bad treated, but it was not my thing, to be honest. So I just preferred not to try it. But it seemed to be fun. I mean, it's not like I'm judging or saying it's bad. It's just that it wasn't my thing.
Yeah, thank you. And what about you, Elias?
It looked pretty cool. It was really fun, like riding with the dogs, and they seem to have a lot of fun. So like, because they're made for like walking outside and stuff, and like they're really nice, even though they're like barking and being loud, like, and just sitting in the back or like sitting in the pouch and having one friend behind me, just like, go, 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 let's go, come on, faster. Like, it's really fun, really a lot of fun.
Thank you.
So the last place we visited was an ecological farm just here in H.E.L.P, where we got to see cows and sheep and see how they live their ecological lifestyle. Let's check out the video. Hello, we're at the ecological farm and we're gonna check out some farm animals and see how they live their lifestyle. How do you like it, Karen?
I like
Thank
it.
you so much for your words. Let's keep going. Okay, right now we are at the cows. One is taking a lovely dump right there. It's very nice. And we're gonna take an interview with one of the cows. Do you have anything to say? So, nice words, nice words. He likes it when I do that, I'm gonna call him Moo Moo. Okay, here we have one of the farmers. What is it like living with the cows?
I love cows.
You love them?
I love.
Yeah. Birgitta, do you like the cows?
Ja.
Here we put our shoes on this. Yes? Okay, so here we have the farmer's transportation device. This is how they travel around to go to shop and get food.
This is my farm.
His farm. Faggots. Nice words. Do you like the cows?
Yeah, they were beautiful. They were very different.
Did they lick you?
They licked my bag, so yeah.
Yes. Tell me, do you like moo-moos?
I like moo-moos. They make some awesome milk.
You like the milk, don't you?
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna check out some chicken.
Meme?
interview.
Hi. Hi. Oh. So now we are at the sheep. Very high ceiling, 2 meter. Very good. Hello.
You can come inside and go where they are eating.
He does not want to talk. Hi, Nico. Hey! So we just finished looking at Meme. One's looking at me right now. He wants it now. Well, okay.
And let's welcome our next two guests. We have here Ari.
Hi da.
And we also have Edvardas.
Hi.
And we're going to talk a bit about the ecological farm. What is the difference between the cows you visited and industrial cows?
Well, the cows we visited, they are completely ecological, so they will eat just grass and drink just water, and they actually live for way longer. The industrial cows only live for about 5 years, but the ecological cows average about 15, and sometimes get to even 20 years of age. But they produce quite a lot less milk, or about 3,000 to 4,000 liters per year per cow, while the industrial cow will produce easily 10,000.
Yeah, and you, Eduardas, something you learned about the cows?
Well, talking about the question you asked before, I think the main difference between industrial cows and the ones that we seen there, it's the main difference is that those cows get much more sunlight, and I think the more happier a cow is, the much tastier milk is.
Yeah, and you actually already got to taste the milk straight from the cow.
Yes. The milk is considerably different from what you get in the store, because not only is it ecological, but also the milk in the store has been processed through many, many machines. So it'll have a different taste in the end, even though it's ecological milk. But this milk was really creamy and just tasted quite good. But they have to be germ-free to go into the store, so...
Yeah, and the farm also have the very distinctive smell. My pants actually still smell like cow. And what did you think about that?
Well, for me personally, I was used to that smell because in the early years in my country, I had a aunt. She had a cow farm, so it was very not so unpleasant experience for me because I was used to it.
That's good. Thank you. And then we will go on to our next part with Smilte.
So right now we have our final guest, but before that, let's watch a short video about cultural evening.
From beneath the sand, please don't take me, 'cause seems so far away. Across this universe, she lives.
So right now, let's welcome our final guests, Juste, Mauro, and Lina. So you're all from different countries. So what do you think of Norway, and how has your experience here been?
Well, it is my first time here in Norway, and I've heard a lot of great things about this country, and I'm actually really grateful for the opportunity to be here and experience it by myself. And I'm also really impressed by the hospitality of Norwegians, and I can even say I have a second family here. So, yeah, it's a pleasant experience.
Well, it's my first time in Norway too. It is one of the best experiences in my life. And Norway is a wonderful country, full of nice people and beautiful landscapes. Yeah.
So yesterday we had a cultural evening, and so how did you think this evening went? And maybe you could comment about the food on the cultural evening especially.
Yeah, well, it was fun because all the participants presented their own countries and said like facts or something about their countries. And we also danced and played games. So, yeah, I think it was an evening where all the members gathered together and we spent a great evening. We also made various dishes. So, yeah, we got to try the different cuisines and different dishes from other countries. So, yeah, it was very tasty, and you can see the differences between your national cuisine and other cuisines. So,
yeah. It was the best day of the project. We worked as a team, cooking all the food that we made for all our partners in this project. and we are very proud of it. And we had a lot of fun dancing and preparing all the stuff for the cultural night. Yeah.
And Lina?
Oh, Lina, yeah.
I think it was really fun that we could get some information about all the countries, and we also learned 3 dances, and the food was really good. We made a lot of food, and it was really tasty.
So, and the final question, what did you like the most about Norway?
Well, I would say the nature, because we don't have like these kind of landscapes in Lithuania. So yeah, I would see the nature.
I would say the landscapes and the snow, because there's not much snow in Spain. So I would say the landscapes and the nature and snow. Yeah.
And thank you very much. And right now, Paulus will play a song for us on the piano. It's Traumere by Robert Schumann. I think that sums up our show perfectly. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and goodbye.
Thank you so much.